Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the greatest recordings ever. And today we're going to, you'll just join me in a trip down memory lane. Back in the days when Jordi Savall was playing the music he ought to be playing, and not the music that happened later that he has no clue what to do with. It's this lovely package of Magnificats and Concerti by Vivaldi and Bach. Now, it's on Alia Vox, Savall's own label, and has cat hair on it. Wait a minute. All right. Did you do that? It's yours, I can tell. Yeah, okay, sure. Not a problem. All right. Anyway, here's the bottom line. Jordi Savall is a wonderful musician, and he made a tremendous reputation for himself, both on Valois, Astre, whatever the label was before, and his own label as a Gamba player, as somebody who specialized in early music, and also, with his wife, Montserrat Figueras, doing early Spanish songs and medieval stuff and concept albums that were usually very, very interesting. I mean, the concept worked. I mean, here's a case in point. I mean, the earlier collections were one thing, but even this, you've got Magnificats by both Vivaldi and Bach, and concertos by both Vivaldi and Bach, concertos in minor keys. Very, very interesting programs, 72 minutes of music, and it comes, it comes like with this enormous novel that you can read, and you have the CD, and then you also get a DVD that has not quite the same stuff. You get the two Bach pieces and the Vivaldi Magnificat, but not the Vivaldi Concerto, which is in G minor RV 578, which comes from L'Estro Armonico, although this doesn't tell us that. It's from Vivaldi's Opus 3. These are wonderful works. The Vivaldi may surprise you. It's quite grim and threatening. The Bach Concerto is his D minor Harpsichord Concerto. The big one. It's BWV 1052 with Pierre Hantai, the absolutely marvelous soloist. And the performances are just terrific. But, the Bach is notably grim and very, very long. The Vivaldi's much shorter. But wow, its simplicity is in its way just as powerful as Bach's, more complex and developmental idiom. And it's wonderful to be able to compare the two. I don't think Vivaldi comes out at much of a disadvantage, actually. Although, some people would snootily say that, Bach is leagues ahead of Vivaldi. And it depends what you define as a league. And what you define as ahead. Anyway, they're beautiful works. They work very, very well together. The Vivaldi Magnificat is not well known at all. Vivaldi's sacred music still is terra incognita for most people, aside from the Gloria, the one work that gets played constantly. But it's lovely. And it's also in G minor. It's in the same key as the concerto, so it's well chosen, these two pieces. The concerto makes a wonderful introduction to the Vivaldi Magnificat. It's about half as long as Bach's, and it's full of memorable ideas. Now, the Bach bit, of course, as I mentioned, begins with the D minor Harpsichord Concerto, followed by the D major Magnificat, which makes a happy major key climax to the entire package. It's beautifully programmed and really, really well performed. The choir is absolutely terrific. It's the usual people here. La Capella Reial de Catalunya and the Concert des Nations. So that gives you the vocal and instrumental forces. Savall plays the Viola da Gamba in the Vivaldi Concerto. It's actually, it's written for a Viola da Gamba. The way I have it over here, with period instruments with what's her name? Hang on a minute. Was it Rachel Podger, I think, or one of those people is doing it? Let's see. Yes, Rachel Podger with her Brecon Baroque folks. It's cello. So I'm not going to get into a spat about whether it's a cello or a gamba. As far as I'm concerned, as long as it sounds like a dying cow, then it's the right idea. But the fact of the matter is the performances are lively and vibrant, and in the Bach, not too fast. It's not one of those Magnificats where you blast through it and the choir is like hanging on for dear life, going Magnificat. None of that. It's musical. The playing is firm and sharp. The sonorities are rich and deeply colored. The sonics are fabulous. What on earth happened to Jordi Savall? I mean, it's not like there aren't enough masterpieces from the Baroque and earlier periods that he could continue to explore. Did he have to do Bruckner and Schumann and Mendelssohn and oh boy. But this is a very, very happy memory and a stunning record by any definition. And I'm really happy to go back and be able to bring it to your attention because, I've been doing reviews of his later stuff and they're all just so awful. Not the reviews, the stuff. The reviews are accurate. The stuff is awful. So I'm very, very glad that I could, talk about the glory days when men were men and period instrument people stuck to their period, So anyway, keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.